All right, go for it.
Good morning, everyone. It's V, the Guerrilla Economist, coming to you live with my main man, CJ, aka El Cuco, who's working the airwaves, making sure this broadcast is coming out crispy clean. Check us out, roguemoney.net. Follow us on Twitter at the Rogue Money. Rogue Money on Facebook, Rogue Money on DTube, Rogue Money on Steemit, and every single podcasting app known to humanity. We're everywhere that you want us to be, and then some in a bag of chips. Check out our sponsors, RemainCom.net. RemainCom.net, it's the new year. Get the new financial new you. Get yourself a better credit score. Or if your credit score is fine, you just need some money to get crypto stocks, in equities, whatever the heck you want to do, start a business, buy a home, whatever it is. Check them out. They have a lending program with over 335 lenders. They can get you up to $600,000 unsecured from their network of 335 lenders. Also, folks, are you worried about your privacy? Are you worried about the simple stinking fact? And I'm going to be talking about it later today on episode 2 of Gorilla Insights. I'm going to talk to you about the American blackmail system, the American snooping system that just aggregates every single text, email, phone conversations. I mean, this is a sloppy thing that's happening, and I'm going to get into that later today. Are you sick of it? Do you want to be free of that? Do you want to be able to secure your Bitcoin wallet or your Ether wallet, your Litecoin wallet, or what have you, and not worry about your cryptos being stolen or perhaps your banking information? You want to be able to do it securely. Well, you need to get the Silverback or even the Gold USB. Okay, the Silverback is amazing. It's still there for that price of $299. Get it. It's an amazing device. We're actually going to be upgrading the store pretty soon to make it even better and easier. And we're going to be hiring out more support services for that. So, it's going to be an amazing thing. So check out the Silverback at mygoldusb.com. Mygoldusb.com. Also, guys, check out thecryptoschool.io. Thecryptoschool.io. The emails have been overwhelming. People absolutely love it. If you've had questions about cryptocurrencies, how to use it, what kind of wallets to use, how to set up an account, how to move from crypto to fiat and vice versa, then you need to check out the cryptoschool.io. And with that being said, Siege, what's crack-a-lackin', brother?
Hey, good morning, V. Good morning. Just kicking back, sipping on some coffee, relaxing. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. I feel like a sneeze coming on, but it's just coming and going. It's in waves.
Yeah, I've got that too. It seems like every time that it rains or snows.
Yeah, it's raining over here too, man.
Every time that it does, those chemicals and everything come out. You notice how allergies are year round now, right?
Oh, dude, it's the worst, man. It's the worst. It's year round.
It's year round
allergies. Yeah.
But
I can't live in the Northeast anymore.
a lot of exciting things, going on right now. I read through the comments with yesterday's show, so thank you all of our fans for the great comments. Real quickly, I want to address something real quick because I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers that really take everything personal, like on their posts, like their fans' comments and everything, and then they go do an entire show just being upset about the comments.
Who is this? What happened?
Well, it's not so much that it's like all over the place right now, and then. I'm thinking it's something important, and they're just, kind of like getting stuff off their chest. That it's just one of those things that the greatest freedom that you can give yourself is when you gain the ability to stop caring what other people think.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. That's the greatest liberty. And so, if you're going to do a YouTube channel, if you're going to produce content, you're going to do things, be prepared, because you're not going to be able to make everyone happy with everything you do. It's just kind of. And I see people put so much emotion into it and everything, and it's fine if they do. I mean, I get it, but I think it's just one of those things that you just take it in stride. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? I mean, and I see
it is what it is.
I see some of these people they'll do like an hour show just going off about their comments.
Off air, tell me who this is. This is crazy.
It's all over the place. I mean, you can. It's just easy to see it and but anyway, it's just interesting. I just wanted to get that off my chest because it's something I've been.
I'll be honest with you. Like every so often, I'll jump in the comment section, and I always have like a snarky remark. I have fun with people who comment on he'll say something stupid, and I jump all over them. Then they don't comment back because they realize they just entered a they entered a they entered a knife fight. They entered a gunfight with a knife. Here's the thing, guys. If you're gonna like leave snarky comments, you might get away with it once or twice. But if I catch you, get ready, because I'm gonna enjoy having fun with you. And I don't do anything. I don't say anything angry back. I just diss you. I literally insult you to the point where you can't even respond. And I've done that so many times. It's hilarious. Because you got to understand, I'm not doing this with ill will. I do. I mean, I might literally be working on something, and I have like 5 minutes or 15 minutes available free time, and I see some guy who's just shooting his mouth off, and I absolutely rail on them. I shred them to bits, and then they don't comment back anymore.
I don't think they like my comments. I think they kicked me off the hangout because they didn't like my comments.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's so funny. It's I'm doing it out of amusement and fun, and I'm dissing them. I'm like cracking jokes on them. I'm like insulting them. It's because it's like you're gonna give me something to do, please. Look, I'm from New York. I have very, very thick skin. I come from a place where all we do is insult each other on a daily basis. So if you're not ready for that type of an ass whooping, please don't. Because you get away with it. Leave all the comments you want. But if I catch you, get ready. I mean, some people like do it right back, and I love it, and I get a kick out of it. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Hey, that's a good comeback. I like that. So
right.
It's pretty hilarious, man. I do it out of fun. It's just fun. But if dudes are taking this stuff personally, you shouldn't be having a YouTube channel, man. I mean, what is wrong with you? I can't know those people out there, dude. I actually, I know what you mean, man. There are dudes, heck, I've crossed paths with that. If some listener I'm on their show and they're like responding to some listener or an email they got from somebody who listened to their program, and they're going off on a 20-minute tirade about some listener, and I'm the guest on the show, and I'm just sitting in the background. I'm just all quiet. I'm just like, wow, dude, this is serious. I'm like, how long has this been going on? This is pretty serious. And like, should I even be rolling with this guy? This guy gets offended over the slightest little things that people. I'm like, really, man? You're that wrapped up in your image? That's just fear. That's just fear and ego. The most egotistical guys are the dudes that respond to such bullshit. If you you have a fragile ego, if you respond back to them, you care about what people think about you.
Well, I get
especially the negative on the internet board.
Yeah, I get the negative, vibe, as far as hey, it's it's a lot of negative energy. Well, yeah, I just choose not to spend that much time in it. Just it is what it is, and scroll past because there's like I said, especially in our channel, there's a lot more great positive feedback that I truly enjoy reading than the negative. But I just felt the need to discuss that real quick, B.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious, man. Tell me off the air who this is. That is freaking funny, man. I want to go back and watch these guys just waste their time responding, man. It's just not cool, man. I mean, just don't bother. Look, here's the deal, folks. If you don't have haters, it means you're not doing something right. Period.
There you go.
Period. Okay, if haters are great, I love negative press. All it does is increase my presence. Please attack me. I love it. And every so often, if I'm in a jovial, joking mood, I might josh back right with you, But anyway, moving on. Siege. Funny news of the day, buddy. Funny news of the day. I love this one, bro. I love this one. So let me get this straight. You had a bunch of global warming idiots. Okay, they want to talk climate change. They showed up in Davos, right? And what happened to these global warming idiots in Davos, CJ? What occurred?
It looks like they were met with 6 feet of snow.
Oh my God. I love it. If this is not God playing a practical joke on these globalists, I don't know what is. It's ironic for a World Economic Forum which lists global warming. Okay? All right? And using global warming and don't get misconstrued with the euphemisms that they're using today. Some of these euphemisms for global warming because they look like idiots because they've been caught multiple times faking the data The IPCC has been caught multiple times faking the data. That is fact.
Right.
Fact. Okay. They can't use the word global warming anymore. So now they use this ambiguous, ubiquitous term, climate change. Or
weather events.
Let me tell you,
extreme weather events.
Let me just speak a moment to these environmentalist wackos and these far left libtards. Okay. You morons don't understand the fact that the Earth was never a quote unquote a stable climate. It never was. At no point in Earth's history is or did it have a stable climate. In other words, Mother Earth is a bitch. We just had a 7.9 earthquake or an 8.1 earthquake right now in Alaska.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mother Earth is a bitch with fangs and teeth. I'm sorry, with claws and fangs. That's what she is. That's what she is. If you don't believe me, all you need to look back is the archaeological and geological history of this planet, where multiple times there were mass extinctions. Okay? The Earth never had this whole idea that, oh, it's a stable climate. That is bull crap. That is bullshit of the highest order. There's no such thing as a stable climate. Climate's always changing. It's always going crazy. And anthropomorphic or man-made global warming is horse crap. Horse crap. And we have ice core samples dating back tens of thousands of years. And you're not seeing this. Now, here's the deal, guys. You listen to this program, you understand that, the Earth is going through its climate changes just as many of the other planets in our solar system, because we're in a different section of the chaotic galaxy that we're in. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Now, these guys are out there talking about global warming because let's peel away the ubiquitous, innocuous layers of axioms and phrases and euphemisms like global warming, like climate change and extreme weather conditions. And these idiots really there for controlling carbon, which is a bunch of BS to begin with, because, let's be honest, a tax on life, that's a whole other story. And they're there buried under 6 feet of snow. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know what to do, especially now that I hear that the town's helicopter pad was closed.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, man. Largest accumulation of snow since 1999. 1999, 6 feet of bloody snow. And these muckety mucks are stuck, not able to go anywhere, not able to do anything. And their conference has been thrown to the wind. I love it. I love it. Anyway, Siege, what else we got on the radar, man? We got an escalation of events, the need to now investigate Freaky Boys International, a.k.a. the FBI. What's that all about?
Yeah, let's jump into this Rogue Money article that's posted at roguemoney.net by Harley Schlanger. And this is in regards to the fact that now is the time for Jeff Sessions to take immediate, concise actions. We listened yesterday to Representative Nunes and then also Trey Gowdy kind of spell out the text messages that they reviewed. They spent the entire day Saturday going through all of these text messages that were released. And what we come to find out, V, is that there's a specific string, quite a bit of emails or text messages that are actually missing from these two cohorts. The guy that was there and his mistress or whatever she was. So for a period of about 6 months, and ironically enough, I believe it was like October of 2016 up until a certain point this year, the FBI stating that these text messages are completely missing.
And 50,000 texts missing.
So interestingly enough, through this conversation, through these text messages conversation, it's listed out there that apparently from the time that Trump was elected, there was a quote unquote secret society there was a secret society that was aimed specifically at trying to undermine the administration, take them out. So yesterday, Trey Gowdy and Nunes were on national television saying, well, we need to get with the FBI because we need to figure out who exactly, what we would like to know what this secret society is referring to in these text messages. Yeah. And what exactly the involvement is. So there's some conversations out there. There's two conversations. One is that there needs to be another special investigator now to investigate the FBI, investigate the former DOJ, all that kind of stuff. I'm at the point of view, I'm not sure what your thoughts are, but I don't think there's any need to continue this. And why spend more money, right? Why not just get Congress together, get the Senate, say, hey, here's what we found out, here's the information. We're going to fire Mueller because there's really no need at this point to continue the investigation, because we're finding out that pretty much it's all BS. V.
Yep, absolutely. Here's the deal. These guys are such idiots. Every single one of those text messages has been captured. All 50,000 of those text messages have been aggregated and captured using the NSA's supercomputer that has a dragnet on data globally. So there's 100% certainty that the computers have caught these texts between the soy boy beta cuck named Peter Strzok and his horseface mistress, Lisa Page. When Horseface and Soy Boy were exchanging text messages about this secret society of beta males that are plotting to overthrow Donald Trump, their conversations, every single one of them, the NSA has it. It is just only a matter of time for them to go ahead and unearth it, and they will find that data. It's there. They have it. So the same snooping, the same spying, the same mechanisms that these soy boy club, the soy boy beta club, and their horseface mistress has used against Donald Trump is being used against them. So guys like Comey are in trouble. Christopher Wray is in trouble. Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is in trouble. Peter Strzok is in trouble. And the horseface herself, Lisa Page, is in trouble. So these are serious situations here, folks. And I'm telling you right now, the fever is really starting to build. It's no longer ignorable. Okay. Sessions is saying that they will leave no stone unturned. You better believe it. You got to understand, Sessions recused himself because of the Mueller probe. With this in the hat, with this memo being resurgent, Sessions is going to be coming out swinging. He's going to be coming out fighting because, as he says, he will leave no stone unturned in recovering the FBI officials' text messages. Folks, they already have it. It's only a matter of time before they extract it from the voluminous amounts of data that they were dragging. They already have it. That's the way PRISM works. Okay? It's on. It's on.
Yeah, so V, now we have the FBI, the text message from them. We have the release the memo, and that was in regards to the entire dossier that needs to be released as well. I mean, now's the time for Sessions to take this. I mean, he's the number one, law, officer in the United States. So, take decisive action here. Let's get these documents out. Let's share what's going on. But very interesting times, needless to say. I mean, to think that be looking at a felony conviction of a former United States president, V. I mean, history. Yeah, I mean, just amazing time to be alive right now.
Yeah. What Barack or Barry Soetoro or Barry Soharta or whatever the hell kind of name he's using this week with his 3 different social security numbers, who was the epitome of a Manchurian candidate, he is vacationing quite often, I hear, in countries with non-extradition treaties.
Well,
I wonder why that is.
He better be.
Yeah, exactly correct, my man. Exactly correct. So this is starting to build. This is the most criminal investigation, and as much as CNN likes to ignore it with Morning Joe singing songs about about Trump, or is on MSNBC singing. He made a song about some anti-Trump song. I think Mark Dice did a wonderful job making fun of that one. That was great. It's crazy, man.
Well, we'll see who's laughing at the end of the day, V.
Yep, absolutely. It seems that Chuck E. Cheese Schumer in the Schumer shutdown has ended. Government's going to be reopened until February the 8th. The Democrats capitulated. It looks like a major victory here for Trump. Earlier today, the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives passed legislation with the measure getting 81 to 18 vote in the Senate and the U.S. House, passing 266 to 150. The government shut down Friday after the Senate failed to pass a measure of funding. See, I was hoping these assholes will stay closed, but that's not going to happen. God, these a-holes just can't help it. After the shutdown, the majority of the federal office buildings were to be closed, blah, blah, blah. And now it's open. Siege, go ahead.
No, Schumer's taking a lot of heat right now. I mean, the Democratic leadership just completely caved. They took this strong stance at the beginning of the closing of the government with, we're not going to do anything until DACA is passed. We need to make it part of the budget. B, why the hell do you include an immigration bill as part of a budget bill? You don't. I mean, that's pretty common sense from any normal person outside of a sitting U.S. senator. That's a normal school of thought. So he put up this front like he was going to, Stonewall, and they started to hashtag, what was it, the Trump shutdown or something like that, Trump closure.
Yeah.
They tried to brand this as Trump's, responsibility for the shutdown, try to blame his leadership through this, but it really backfired, and it backfired relatively quickly when people started trending, saying, "Well, wait a minute, so you are putting illegals and non-U.S. citizens in the forefront, and then putting Americans and potentially our military in harm's way." So this backfired quickly, and now he's taking a lot of heat for caving in. And I'm not happy about this. I mean, let's face some facts here. This is an absolute joke, right? To think that we have elected officials and they think by extending a resolution through February 8th, do we think that by February 8th they're going to be any closer to a negotiations on the wall on DACA? No. I mean, absolutely not. So we'll be right back at a shutdown again February 8th.
The only government shutdown that I see, CJ, is when these a-holes get arrested. That's the only government shutdown that I want to see. I think it's at that point we'll get a wall. I think it's at that point we'll get everything that we wanted. Okay, that's it, man. There's I mean when that shutdown happened, I was my buddy Vin Armani. Vin tweeted out immediately, "Don't think for 1 second these assholes are going to keep these government closed. They'll be right back open." He was right. He was absolutely right. So anyway, the drama continues in the District of Criminals, man. Absolutely. Yep. Fire one away, CJ. Fox one. What just happened, bro, on the trade side?
Well, and again, there's a lot of mixed messages here in regards to Trump's latest tariffs that he just passed, imposing 30% on solar panel manufacturing. So two schools of thoughts here, V. Obviously, there's some concern in regards to, U.S. industry getting these cheaper supplies. But apparently, over the past several months, it looks like they've actually, manufacturers here in the United States have been taking a big hit due to potentially these cheap imports. So again, we'll see where this goes. I think it potentially, could backfire a little bit, especially if in the United States, if the manufacturing side isn't ready to produce whatever types of goods these are, or parts. I can't imagine. Maybe they are whole solar panels. So we'll see where it goes. But I mean, the candle was lit a long time ago in regards to this trade war, this everything occurring with China. It's just a shame that that the administration is being influenced in this direction. I mean, we've been covering with LaRouche PAC the importance of the United States to begin negotiations, joining the future, the emerging economies with the One Belt, One Road initiative. And apparently it looks like they're trying to put a big wall from the U.S. Doing that. So I don't think, again, my personal opinion, I don't think that this helps us, V. What are your, how about you?
What, having a tariff on imported solar panels? I think it helps us. I'll tell you why. I mean, there's people saying, "Oh, this is going to cost us 88,000 jobs." That's BS. What this is going to do, there are American solar companies that simply cannot compete in manufacturing panels because the Chinese undercut it. Look, a lot of the Chinese solar panels that are coming over here are basically, the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I muted myself. A lot of the solar panels that are coming in over here are basically stolen intellectual property from U.S. companies, and they've been re-engineered, designed, sold here, and undercut here using subsidized Chinese steel and other components, which are very, very cheaply made. And it's brought over here, and so what's going to happen is going to give our, solar companies a chance to respond. I mean, think about it. I mean, we have some very innovative companies out there. Even the company that I hate in terms of automotive manufacturing, Tesla, has a somewhat decent solar tile. It actually looks like a regular roof tile instead of that eyesore solar panel that somehow.
Yeah, that thing's amazing. That thing's amazing.
It's incredible. And there's other companies as well that have these very minimalistic solar panels that are high efficiency. So what's going to happen is now there's going to be a profit incentive for American companies to get involved and start competing, because you got to understand, it's not a fair playing field. It's not a fair playing field when you got Chinese solar panels that are coming in here undercutting American solar suppliers. There's no profit motive. There's no incentive for American companies to compete in this. So they just got to, sit on the sidelines. What this legislation does is going to actually create more jobs as more innovations in solar technology comes out. Because that whole solar roof thing, where it's like a thin roof on those roof tiles, these are American companies that are coming up with these designs. These aren't Chinese companies that are doing it. They love to steal our idea and re-engineer it and come out with a cheaper version of it, of course. But these are our ideas, so we need that level playing field in order to do so. And we have that level playing field, number one. What that's going to do is this. It's going to reduce prices for solar. You see, when you have subsidized Chinese solar panels, you're paying a set price across the field because nobody else is competing, because these panels are sold at a specific price point. So there's really no competition in the solar energy market. But now you have American companies that initially will start competing against each other. And yeah, the prices will be a little bit higher than what you're getting from the China crap, but it's going to be better quality, number one. And with the governmental tax offsets, you can offset some of the cost. But what's going to happen with more players in the game, the prices of the solar panels will drop even lower than the junk that we're getting from China and it'll be way better quality. That's why we want to get behind initiatives like this.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah. With that being said, my man, massive debt bubble's on his way. I think we should all duck. Interest payments are coming, man. Something wicked this way comes, brother.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that Harley has talked a little bit around, corporate debt, obviously U.S. debt as well. And this article that's released specifically, puts out some pretty alarming statistics in terms of like year over year. And when you take a look at consumer debt, obviously we know that Americans are pretty tapped out on credit right now. And then obviously with the federal debt rising as well. But kind of alarming statistic, a couple of things is, number one is that the big four U.S. retail banks is saying a near 20% jump in losses from credit cards in 2017, raising doubts about the abilities of consumers to fuel economy. So that was a pretty harsh hit, which I believe it was close to $12 billion it lists in there as far as lost on credit cards. But then when the alarming statistic, and mind you, V, the important thing to keep in mind here is the fact that rates are still historically low, right? It's not like they obviously overnight just jumped up considerably. But then also when you take a look at the debt increase to service the debt, we looked at a ballooning payment of 1 month, and this was benchmarking November of 2017 against 2016, and we saw a rise in the debt payment was 32 billion for 1 month versus a 25 billion of the previous year, which is a 26% increase. So again, something to monitor, something to be concerned as. And as we know, with the recent tax regulations that was passed, there was very little done to impact any of the spending that's occurring. So this is just kind of a heads up of debt, and puts the Fed in a tough spot, B, because literally they keep talking about everything is stabilizing. It's in need now to return to normalization with the rates. They can't do so. I mean, what have they raised it like 50 basis points the past 6 months to a year? They can't. Look at the effects of them just raising it less than 0.5% and its impact already.
Right, exactly correct. This is going to create a contraction, the likes of which, and look, I think it's about time it happens, because I'm just about had it with the phony baloney nonsense. Ooh, we have the credit card companies have been hit. That's a bunch of BS. Credit card companies have never hit. I wish they were. The consumers can't no longer fuel the economy. Well, think how stupid this is. Consumers going into debt, so you're creating debt to fuel more debt. This is the insanity. When does sound economic principles ever take place or take root in a person's mind, in some of the leadership in this country? You can't keep throwing debt on top of debt on top of debt on top of debt. It's stupid. It's a vicious cycle. The faster this bloated, festering, stinking, death-fueled, toxic economy is collapsed and purged, the better off we all will be. Anyway, Siege, what's going on with the U.S. government? They're conflicted on cryptocurrency adaptation.
Well, they don't know what to do. That's the tell of the article, is that they're conflicted because they're concerned in regards to the adoption of cryptocurrency, because it could be, obviously their concern is they can't control it, right? That's right. The number one thing. So of course they tie it directly into saying, okay, well, there could be illegal activities, things that are taking place, but then they're seeing some states that are saying, cryptocurrencies are great, and we're embracing those things. So they've came out and signaled, quote unquote, the real vulnerability that we all have to address is that while having a regulatory authorities in place here in the United States, and we do enforce those, we need other countries to do the same. I mean, look, it's going to be impossible to do this with the blockchain technology. They can try all they want, but the only reason that they haven't done anything yet is primarily because they don't know what the hell to do. They can't do anything.
You mean to tell me the government is not the bastion of the brightest and smartest people in the room, CJ? Is that what you're telling me?
just a tad, B.
I'd love it.
So they'll continue to pump. They'll continue to pump, a lot of fear in regards to the cryptocurrency market. They'll continue to do that. The only thing that I could see would be any type of banking regulations, because that banks pretty much they really monitor the transactions, the accounts, and if banks really wanted to play hardball with any of the exchanges, they could choose to move that route.
Really? Here's a solution for everybody.
Yeah, go for it.
Around that bank thing. This is what you do, right? You get a prepaid MasterCard or a Visa card. You go to your bank and say, hey, listen, can you put $3,000 onto this? Can you put $5,000 onto this from my checking account? Sure, Mr. So-and-so, I'll go ahead and put it on there. Then you take that prepaid Visa or MasterCard, you go directly to your Coinbase or your Kraken or whatever exchange you're using, and you type that card in, and that card becomes registered in there, and then all of a sudden now you're using that card to go ahead and start buying your cryptos. Now you've gotten around the banks.
Bingo.
This is what I do, people. This is what I do. This is why I am the gorilla.
Nice.
I just given you a solution in 10 seconds.
Bingo.
I do this on the daily. This is what I do. Anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's don't be worried about what all they're gonna do is they're like the big bad wolf. I'm gonna huff and I'm gonna puff and I'm gonna blow your house down. And what we, the enlightened masses, are, folks, we are the piggies in the brick house. And that brick house is built on the blockchain. So good luck. Anyway, Siege, that brings us to the end of another illustrious program. What do we have lined up for today for the audience?
Trading Terra Trading with Deck. So 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to check back in. And then also go rugmoney.net. Check out the articles there as well.
Absolutely. And with that being said, folks, we are over and we are out. Take it away, CJ.